Hi, this is another update by me. Yay! So this is the end of week 4 on the counselling school. We've studied 3 different topics. The first week, as I mentioned in my last blog, was the foundations for community counselling, where we just learned about why do we counsel, like what is God's heart for counselling, like what does God want to do and how can we reach the community. The second week that we had was nature and character of God, so just once again addressing like who is God, what do we believe about God, what of our beliefs are true and what of our beliefs are still not lining up in who he really is. And the last 2 weeks we've been doing what is called the divine plumb line, which basically, I'll show you a diagram because it's fairly interesting to understand. Okay, so I don't even know if this is back to front. I hope it's not, but if it is, that just gives a context. So basically, a plumb line is what they used to use when building walls. It showed what was straight. So if you didn't build by the plumb line, then you would get wonky, shaky, unstable walls. And if you did build by the plumb line, then you would get solid, like great walls that would last. So the plumb line in this case, in our lives, is God's truth, which is that he loves us and that he accepts us as we are. But we, each and every one of us, have created, like built walls out of different hurts. So if there is a love deficit at all in our lives, then the plumb line, it moves into a different position, which isn't the true position that it's meant to be. So then it ends up building walls. So it can swing into rejection, and then it can also swing into rebellion. I don't know if this makes sense. It was 2 weeks of teaching, so there's quite a lot that it contains. But basically, it's just the walls which aren't built by the true plumb line of God's truth end up being filled with things which are shaky and really unhealthy and really damaging as well. So this is what the walls look like. I don't know if... Okay. I don't know if you can read those because it looks like this is back to front. But basically it's just a bunch of nasty stuff which are really shaky and keep people out and don't actually help. So it's a really helpful week where we learned more about what do our walls, have we built walls which are not solid, true walls, or have we built shaky walls out of fears and insecurities and out of deficits, out of needing to prove that we are lovable, all these different kinds of things. It was a really interesting 2 weeks, definitely eye-opening in different ways, that just for myself personally, like what walls I've built out of different love deficits, and just different absences of truth in my life, and just the consequences of it, and just going through each brick and being like, oh, yep, that looks familiar. And so yeah, after 2 weeks we had an application time, and it was just a really good time where people came and they were just honest about what they felt about themselves, different things that may have been spoken over them, or just different things that had happened to them, and the beliefs that had gathered out of that, and the consequences of living solidly in those beliefs about themselves or about God or about others, and then just the ways that it damages relationships, the way that it damages them as individuals, the way that it damages them in their relationship with God. Just really being able to speak those things out, pray into them, and see a change, see things stopped, see, like, make a commitment to walk in a different way. So I don't know if any of that made sense. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I think I'm going to be teaching a lot on it in outreach, so hopefully after outreach I'll be able to explain it a whole lot better after that. But yeah, basically just where we haven't been aligned to God's truth, there are various different things that come in which are unhealthy and which damage relationship and understanding of who we are. So yeah, it's been a great 4 weeks so far. Then over the next few weeks we're going to be learning about things like family, grief, addictive behaviors and eating disorders, so it's going to get a lot more intense, but it's going to be really good. A lot of information is going to come through, I'm sure. A lot of new understanding is going to come through, and different challenges in so many different ways. So yeah, it's been a great 4 weeks. I'm sure there's going to be plenty more great stuff to come through over the next few weeks. But yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.